Oh, what's the biggest difference you see from you were here for the start of D'Amico to now walking in year three? What's the biggest difference you see walking here now as compared to when you first started?
The culture's set now. Obviously, new coach comes in. Working overtime to try to get his identity imprinted within the framework of the team, and uh, getting the team to function without him having to, you know, say every little thing over and over again. So I think, obviously coming back, same quarterback leading the team, and then defense, a lot of continuity. Um, his culture is set, so I think, it's easy to kind of get back in here and honestly kind of fill my role like I did last time, and then and just get back to playing ball.
Sheldon, one of the guys that was very happy to have you back was Will Anderson Jr. Your mentoring when he was in the public screen, your mentor lots of just in terms of relationship on and off the field. What's it like to be back with Will?
It's great. Like you said, when I was here last time, I kind of gladly took him under my wing and helped him with all facets of the game. Obviously, his talent speaks for itself, but helping him with a lot of the film study and the emotions of the game, and helping him understand it's a long season and how to prepare to go through your progress, your process, and see progress through other ways other than sack totals and different things like that. So getting back here and seeing the his maturation, and picking right back up where we left off, whether it's a look here, a look there, a glance here, a glance there. We've always kind of spoke the same language on the football field. So, getting back and playing next to him again, I said it's just, it's like waking up in the morning. It's like breathing. It's something we've done really easily. So, looking for big things for us both this year.
Sheldon, D'Amico, when we talk about the cultures here, D'Amico is one guy that you pointed out, sort of like that impact, sort of that guy that everybody's when you want to point to somebody, you're sort of that person who points to them and say, this is the path that we want to follow. And you're that guy.
Yeah, listen, I appreciate that. I think I've always taken pride in doing things the right way. I think, coming in and, when I had a chance to talk to D'Amico prior to my first time coming here, I could just tell, again, I've known people that played for him, know people that knew him personally, and then getting the chance to talk to him and talk ball with him, talk philosophy with him. I understood we saw things the same. And then understanding when I came here the first time, it was going to be a young team. It was going to be, a group full of guys who, didn't necessarily, understand what it was like to win and win at this level and win at a high level. So coming in, I've always done my best. I'm not a big rah-rah guy. Don't do a whole bunch of talking. Honestly, most guys have probably never seen me do more than a, head nod, what's up, or yo. That's about all I got for people most times. But just with them pulling guys aside, or we're in between drills, or just sitting at the lunch table or something, just being able to kind of talk guys through what it's like to be successful for a long time in this league, and what it's going to take for us to continue to grow and get to that next level. So I take pride in being a voice of reason for D'Amico within the locker room and amongst these players.
So it looks like you're back to your old self. What did you go through last year? What were some things what is the adversity that you experienced?
Yeah.
Process getting back to everything.
Yeah. So dealt with some health stuff last year. I won't too much deep dive into it. I kind of hit on, I guess the biggest one that kind of took me out of playing, which was I ended up having a shingles outbreak and viral meningitis at the same time. And that kind of knocked me out for a while. So a lot of people don't know, and a lot of people thought what type of illness or what type of thing could have someone out for this long. And a lot of people don't know I was literally laying horizontal in my house, in a dark house, for probably about a month and a half before I could really even sit up without feeling kind of crazy. So went through all that. Throughout the process of that, I started the season last year probably around 300 pounds. By the end of dealing with all of that, along with some other things, I was probably down to 255. So lost all my strength, lost all the weight, power. Even by the time I played my last game, November 7th against Baltimore, I was low 270s. high 260s. So wasn't myself last year, and by the grace of God, I'm able to still come out here and compete and do things at a high level. So I worked my ass off this whole season to ensure not only physically that I could come out here and play, but mentally I was past a lot of the stuff, and health-wise internally that I was able to kind of check things off my list and get back to feeling great, because I know when I feel great I can be a difference maker.
How are you feeling now, and how do you feel like your game has evolved from the last time you were here?
Yeah, I feel great. I feel great being back out here, running around in this heat. Back to playing in a defense I love playing in, that fits me, fits my skill set. I feel like I've continued to ascend, whether it's my pass rush repertoire, being able to. I've always kind of been a guy that's able to, high football IQ, be able to identify things on the fly, help guys get lined up, amidst the chaos, and kind of call things on the fly, whether I see something, like I said, whether it's giving Will a look, telling Tim something. And then, just continuing to work on strength and flexibility to be able to continue to be stout against the run as well. So I feel like I'm back to being the complete player I was, and continuing to ascend and continuing to be a better player.
And it looks like you're having fun out there too. I mean, back 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Putting up on the side
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
How much does that chemistry kind of put you guys ahead of the ball when you get
Man, it matters a lot. I tell people all the time, man, the more you can kind of, play with guys, and, you understand the way certain guys move, the way certain guys are going to attack certain things, it helps you play faster, because you know where guys are going to end up. I know how Will rushes. I know what he's thinking against certain sets. I know what he's thinking against certain looks. If a tight end motions in, he doesn't have to tell me chip alert or something like that. I see it. I know what he's thinking. Cool. We can work off of that. So, having that continuity goes a long way, and we're not necessarily worried about the defensive call and where my assignment is. It's more so worried about going out and attacking the call and trying to make the play. It's a race to make the play at that point.
Appreciate it, Rankins.
Yep.
Thank you very much.